Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, people. As always, Blue Diaries every Tuesday, as you can see. You know what I mean? Went a little bit later today because the man them had work and whatnot to finish up. You know what I'm saying, people? But love for the patience. And we've got a solid panel today, man. We've got CV, CV joining us again today, people. We've got man like Jem back on the channel. Andrew's back as well. And we've got a lot to get into, man. A lot to get into. There's a lot of transfer news. We're going to talk about the match. Me and Ads were just going back and forth about the game and say, yo, listen, we can't let these men get away with the performance the other day. So we'll definitely still review the match and whatnot. Obviously, I was at Selhurst Park. I don't know if you lot have seen a video floating about right now, but I'm not going back there again. Yeah, I'm not going back
that big pillar,
stadium, that again, bro. Yeah, if you've never been, listen, go in it, go experience it. Me, I did not enjoy that experience, bro. The stadium is just, it's meaty. I can't lie, bro. It's meaty. You know what I mean? But Jem, what are you saying, bro, man? You good?
As good as I can be. Unfortunately, Chelsea are not winning at the moment, which sucks. But I did predict, most of us have probably predicted that we were going to go through a blip eventually. It was going to happen, but we just can't seem to score, can we, man? We just can't seem to find the goal, and that's a weird thing to say about us, especially when you look at the first part of the season up to 4 games ago. We're looking quite good in front of goal. So yeah, it's a lot to talk about.
100%, man. 100%. Andrew, how you feeling, bro?
Cold. That's just so when you pay for your own bills and heating, you've got to stagger that heat. I got my market. I call them market trader gloves. You know these, don't you? Right? You see them on
Home Alone gloves, bro. The woman that was feeding the pigeons and that. Yeah.
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Disappointed with results. I'm more disappointed with some of the overreaction I'm seeing from the fan base, but I wasn't surprised. We'll even have it on this stream, but discussing 100%. That. But yeah, let's roll into it. So it's a transfer window. So Chelsea are always top dogs in the transfer windows. You know what I mean.
And CB, when you talk about overreaction, you're always going to talk about CB. We say, my brother, you good?
I think I've reacted very calmly due to the.
Now we'll chop it up. I saw a couple of things that you were saying yesterday on Midday Live. I couldn't make the show. You know what I mean? Big yourself up for hopping in there, bro. But what you say, man?
Literally, what new have we discovered in these last 4 weeks about these players? What new information have we gathered? It's the same problems again and again, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? We'll get more into it as the show goes on, but yeah, man.
Exactly, man. And Ads, what you say, man? You're not a happy bunny right now.
Listen, life's good, but I think like a lot of us, we're just too invested in this Chelsea thing that if they're doing bad, it just affects our mood. So it's a bit mad. Family's paying the price for it, but hopefully the boys turn it around soon, man. Hopefully.
100. Jimmy, I can see you talking a little something there, man. What you saying? What you saying, Jim?
Yo.
That's how he's getting through the pain, isn't it? 4 games without a win is taking his toll.
You did that
another one.
Man. Honestly.
I thought you said Jim's. My bad.
Now, what you saying, Jimmy?
Same old, man.
Big up, man. And yeah, we've got 42 people in the house. Make sure that you lot are smashing up the lights, as always, people. I just want to share this as well. So this is going to be on my birthday, actually, 24th of January. We're going to be at the Hippodrome Casino. This is London, so that's me, Deji. You've got Dan Potts, Lawless, and Guiu should be there as well. D, the Palace fan, is going to be there as well. And there's going to be a few special guest people. So if you scan that code, it's only £20, people. I've put the link in the description as well. So it'll be nice to meet everyone, man. But yeah, 24th of January, Hippodrome Casino. If you can be there, make sure that you're there, man. It's going to be a good night, people. But listen, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it because, the same problems again, people. The same problems like what CB is saying is what's letting us down. I spoke about missed chances against Fulham. I spoke about missed chances against Everton. We spoke about missed chances against Ipswich, right? Now we're speaking about missed chances against Palace as well, because the game in the first half, I was very happy with the first half, bro. The way it was moving the ball about, when you could just smell your team's going to score a goal, because the way we're just popping it about and getting through their midfield, especially Cole Palmer, he was getting on the ball a lot. He was getting a lot of space, was creating some dangerous chances. In that first half alone, you had Cole Palmer missed a chance from Neto's cutback. You had Sancho missed a chance from Neto's cross. He went over the bar. You know what I mean? You had Jackson missed a chance that was created from Palmer's sick pass. You know what I'm saying? You had Achimpong missed a header in the box, if you guys remember.
Yeah,
so in that
was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big chance as well, bro. In that first half alone, ads, I counted about 4 or 5 chances, right? Palace, to be fair, they had a chance as well with Mateta where it just went past the post, but we had the better chances in the first half. We should have been at least 2-3 goals up. You know what I mean? Then the second half comes out. I was speaking to Alex next to me, and I'm like, yo, bro, don't worry. 10, 15 minutes, we're going to score another one. But boy, was I wrong. Yeah. Once again, we come out in the second half. The manager on the opposition team has made a tactical tweak. All Glasner did to these lot was say, yo, we need a little bit more intensity. Now I'm seeing Munoz getting the ball time and time again. I'm seeing man just whipping it back. Straight away, you're seeing Eze missing. I don't know how Eze missed that chance as well, because that was a howler of a chance, right? You saw Sanchez making a very good save from the chance that Richards got in the box as well. I think it was from a free kick. That was a very good save, right? But that second half, apart from Jackson hitting it past the post, Enzo had a few chances outside the box. We didn't really create much. And again, in the second half, we moved Cole Palmer to the left. He's not as effective. You know what I mean? So overall, I'd say a draw is a fair result, but we should have run away with the game in that first half. Do you know what I mean? But let me go straight to you, Ads, man, because I know you want to get a lot off your chest, bro. What did you think of the game, first of all?
Yeah. Again, similar to you, bro. I thought we started off the first half well, like a lot of our games recently, and that's the frustration, is that I've seen us be in bad form under the likes of Potter, Tuchel, like, and obviously those are bad teams, right? And like, it's different because here we're in bad form on paper, but I've seen a team actually be playing well, and it's just a case of not putting your chances away, and that's why, like, again, 2 points taken from our previous 12. That's really bad form. That's approaching critical level form. And obviously, if it gets worse than that, then we're going to have some really big conversations. But how we've been playing hasn't actually been that bad. Certainly, the first half, first hour of games has been fine. And for me, the frustration is just not taking these chances, man. And I feel like, yes, we could talk about Maresca and maybe the changes later on in the game for sure. But the system, I'm happy with the system. Yes, you can argue we're a bit too open, but the trade-off is you create a lot of chances. And that's what the system is doing. And we're just not taking it. And listen, Sancho, big up Sancho, great assist, probably assist of the season for me. I love Sancho, and I've been saying that for a while. I just want him to try and do more things on the ball, try and take more shots, take more risks, because his game is quite safe. He facilitates a lot, but again, he's not a Martinelli where he'll do a lot and then have like 40% dribble accuracy. No, this guy is a high IQ, high technical player. He just needs to try more things. And we saw how we executed that assist, top class. But there just wasn't enough of that from the front four. Yes, Palmer had some good moments of some passes, and Jackson so wasteful. And you look at Neto, yeah, there was a cutback for Palmer, which was good, but again, Neto, there's man saying out there saying he's doing up cardio sessions and that, and I don't want to be too harsh on the brother, but at the same time, he's doing half as bad as Noddy and getting like nowhere near as much criticism. Like, so he's doing way worse than Noddy at times for me, but not getting anywhere near the criticism. So to me, the attack needs to provide way more than what it is, because right now we're creating enough and they're not putting chances away. And obviously, second half, naturally, we're seeing players get tired. And obviously, that's when the lack of rotation from the manager plays a part. And suddenly, we're just looking a lot more flaky in second half of games. But for me, nah, man, the way we're playing deserves way more points than what we got out of the last 4. And it needs to change quickly.
100%. And that's the frustrating bit, bro. I just feel like right now, the way we're playing, I'm not looking at a team that's like consistently getting pammed. And, you know, like last season where it's like, yo, we could have lost that game 3-0. We could have lost that game 4-0. We're not conceding, you know, chance after chance after chance. But the problem right now, like what you're saying, we've got that finishing monkey on our back. We just need to get it off and get a win, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been was it 4? Is it 5 games now? We ain't won a game, bro. You know what I mean? Right?
4 in the league, yeah, 4.
4 in the league. 4 in the league, bro. I was taking these W's as if I was Thanos, bro. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's not familiar grounds. And as you can see here, like Ad said, I agree with him, bro. I don't think the system was the problem. You can see here how it's set up for the game. You know, most of the time,
we even changed the system and it worked. Like we had actual natural fullbacks. We only went with 2 at the back, and it was working. Like, so to still not win is crazy.
Also, coming out of half time, he decided to put Palmer in the left 8. I mean, the left.
No, we'll touch up on that. We'll touch on about CB, yeah. But before we get into that, bro, you can see the system. This was how we set up for the game. Like I'd said, you had 2 at the back with Josh and Levi. Josh had a fantastic game, bro. Actually, he had a very, very good game on his debut. Yep. You know what I mean? As I'd said, you had Cucurella and Gusto that were playing as traditional fullbacks. We had Caicedo that was basically playing as a lone 6, like what we've been seeing the past few games. Palmer in the right half space, as CB's mentioned in the first half. And you had Enzo on the left, obviously Neto, Jackson, and then Sancho on the left side, right there, right? And Palmer was getting on the ball a lot, bro. He was making things happen. Because I was even talking to the people next to me. I was like, yo, Palmer's on it today. You know, when Palmer, you could just tell Palmer's on it. The way he was moving in that first half, moving the ball, like I said, running at them. He had a shot he could have made a better decision there and probably passed it off. He made a very good pass for Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I wasn't pissed off for that first half, and I wasn't angry at the system because it was creating us chances. Jem, what did you think of how we set up for this game, man?
When I first saw it, I thought we were looking to invert one of them at least, but we didn't really tend to do that much. And when we did try and do it, I think it was Cucurella that was the one that was kind of moving into the sort of middle and then covering straight after, which was what I noticed more than anything. But I think we set up well. I thought the first half we were okay. You know, we were better, definitely better than we was the second half. I think the second half was a complete shambles, if you want my honest opinion. And that's to a number of factors again, which I'm sure we'll obviously talk about a bit later. But in terms of how we set up and what we done well, which he noticed very well, was that instead of inverting and allowing the wingers to sort of cut in, he thought, let me have natural fullbacks. And by doing that, you have natural width. And when you give yourself natural width, it drags the wingers of the opposing team back because now they've got to defend. And that's what we kept asking them to do a lot more of. It was just we didn't seem to really find that sort of consistency in it, in going through the whole game with the same sort of patterns, And yeah, it was all right in the first half. It's just, again, the same thing as always. We make chances, we're just not finishing them, man.
100%, man. And for you, CB, what is it that's, that we need to improve in our finishing, bro? Because some of the technique that I'm seeing, in some of the finishing that I've been seeing recently, bro, it has not been good enough. I can think of some of Jackson's finishes as well. Like in that first half, I don't know why man's trying to do Travella finish. You know what I mean? There you go, use your left foot, CB, bro. What's the main problem for you right now of our finishing, man?
I think in terms of that Travella finish, I'm not really too mad at it. I think a lot of the finish is everyone's overstating the finishing situation. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think we've created any actual clear-cut chances. Barring that one chance in the second half with his left foot when we pressed them high, took the ball off them, and then with his left foot he went just wide. I don't think we had any clear-cut chances within that game. And I think that's where is more of a pressing concern, because in the last 4 games, half chance again with Everton. We're complaining about half chances, similar to what we were doing under Tuchel when we're just we're struggling to break down teams, and then we get the half chance and we're crying about it. But same with Ipswich, I don't think we really created much. Palmer hit the post off a free kick. Fulham, Palmer farted a goal out of individual brilliance. Same again today. Sancho's goal was individual brilliance. Literally, the nigga swung his body to the side. Three players from the halfway line, took it to the box, passed it to Palmer, and we scored. But barring that, it's been individual brilliance with them 2 goals in the last 4 games. Not really clear-cut chances being created and sitters being missed, if I'm being honest with you.
The thing is, though, CB, when you watch other teams, right? Arsenal, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, you appreciate that it's not just your team that's not creating clear-cut chance after clear-cut chance after clear-cut chance. You know what I'm saying, Jim? You're not going to always constantly do that, bro, especially when a team's set up like this. You can see how many man Palace have in the box, bro, right? That's why you need to be good in terms of the chances that you get. Even if they're half chances, bro, you've got to do better. Let me just show you some of the examples here, right? So,
these are half chances. You can't debate these type of things. It's a half chance. It was from outside.
I hear your point about the clear-cut chances. Cool, but at the same time, if you're approaching the goal and it's an opportunity to either make a good decision and play somebody in for a clear chance, or show some individual brilliance to score a goal, then it's a chance. Okay, you can make a case that it's not high XG chances. Cool, but we're here to, again. These are highly paid players at the top level of football. You don't need to be wide open on goal for it to be, they should score that. And if there's not a wide open chance on goal, then they shouldn't score. No. These are players playing for Chelsea Football Club. Neto, Premier League proven, we paid 60 million for. If you're in and around the box, make something happen. You feel for opportunities in the game to make something happen. Make something happen. And again, talking about the Jackson chance not being clear cut. I'm sorry, if you have time to chop your defender and then go for Travella and put it wide of goal, how was there not a chance? And how are we not scolding him for putting the shot off target? Off target, you can't do that. When you done against West Ham, that was cold. But you need to put that on target if you're going to go for that kind of attempt. So that's a big chance. Again, we have many other chances, including that. So,
how is this, bro? We had one shot on target. We had one shot on target, CB, right? We had one shot on target. That's why I'm saying the finishing is what needs to improve, bro. Right?
Just to that point, Jackson and Neto had 4 shots. They had 4 shots each, 0 on target from both of them. That's poor execution.
Very poor execution, bro. You know what I'm saying? How about you, Jim, man? How you feeling about the finishing right now, bro? Do you agree with CB that we're not creating enough clear-cut chances, or are we just not taking the chances that we're getting?
I don't know. Maybe an empty netter is what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. We've had because if we haven't had chances, then what is everybody cussing Jackson about? If we didn't have chances, then we shouldn't be cussing Jackson, right? What are the misses are we talking about that Jackson had? What are the misses? You don't cuss at a player because he missed an okay chance. You cuss when players miss chances that you think they should have buried. That pass with Neto to cut back. I keep hearing people cussing Neto. I don't know what the fuck it is. Cole Palmer didn't stick his foot out. He didn't even stick his foot out. It's Palmer's fault. You either can be early or you can be late. But if you don't stick your foot out, you fucked up. It don't matter what kind of pass it is. I don't know what it is about Cole Palmer that people are scared to say, yo, Palmer fucked up. That cutback from Pedro Neto was a chance to me. Because if Palmer gets his foot on it, it goes in the back of the net. Because the keeper was literally dead. You ever see them shots where the keeper go, like then they go, oh shit. That's what the keeper did. The keeper went, God damn. And then he opened his eyes and seen the shit went and was like, oh my gosh. That's a chance. We had a lot of chances. Bro, shot on target is another one of those stats that's dumb. Because I can take 20 shots, hit the post 20 times, and then they'll tell you I had no shots on target. If my shot goes wide of the keeper, it's not a shot on target, but it just missed. But if you slow roll one and he walk up and pick it up, that's a shot on target. So shots on target is you gotta if you're not watching the game, that stat is stupid. You gotta have the context. You gotta have the context.
Exactly, and that's what D. You're spot on when you say that as well, Jimmy. Because D was trying to tell me, oh yeah, you had one shot on target. I said, bro, that doesn't mean that we didn't have any chances. It was our
he didn't watch the game. It's easy to look at the stats and be like, oh, you.
I watched that game at the end of the day, bro.
You gotta watch the game.
Sport execution.
Yes,
this is the Palmer chance as well. This is the Palmer chance. A big up CFC gamer as well. Yeah, it says Palmer ain't converting the cutbacks. He's always missing the contact with the ball from the cutbacks. This is something that Palmer needs to improve, bro.
He did that at Spurs as well.
This is a goal. This should be a goal. There's nothing you can tell me.
I bet Nkunku would convert that, though, wouldn't he?
Neto should have what?
Yeah.
Sit and then ran around and put his foot on it. That's a goal.
And the worst thing is, this won't count as any XG. So when it comes to the end of the game, they won't count this. So it won't count as a chance to people.
This is you gonna tell me this ain't a chance? You crazy
I think the one with the free kick when we knocked it to the back post to Jackson, he only had to do was side foot it a goal, and that's not a hard chance, really. I don't think personally.
That one was mad as well. Let me bring that one up, bro. That one, Jim. This is the one. That's the Jackson one from the head on the free kick.
With this one, he didn't even have to stretch. This was like flicked onto him, and he literally was coming onto it anyway. All he had to do was side foot it.
I'm not even saying he should put this in the back of the net. But what you want is
you should hit the target.
You have to parry this shit.
You should hit the
target.
Yeah, that's to go on target.
That's what I'm talking about.
To go on the back of the net. This is an easy shot to make. But put this shit on target.
100%.
That's an easy shot to make.
100%, bro. And if you're not confident in your ability to finish from there, bro, just put it back in the dangerous area, bro. Make man get it off their leg. Make man score an own goal, bro. Just bang it back in there. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Andrew, man, how about you, bro, man? How do we improve our finishing right now, Andrew, man? Because our attack right now is underperforming. Let's be real, people. That's the main thing that's letting us down. Because defensively, I thought Cole had a good game in this one. He looked like the big brother for Josh. Achimpong, what you can see, bro, he was annoyed after the game. He was coming, he didn't want to really clap like that because it's like, I've had a good game and I'm not getting all 3 points, bro. I don't think the defense was a problem. Sanchez, your boy CB, I thought he wasn't bad in the game. I thought apart from the moment where he kind of dropped the ball towards Gusto, other than that, he made a very good save again. You know what I mean? Gusto was poor in the game, to be fair, especially in the first half. But Cucurella, he didn't have many problems on his side, really. You know what I mean? So the defense wasn't the major issue in this game, Andrew. So what do our attackers need to do to start fucking converting these chances and creating better chances, like what CB's saying? Because he's right when he says that as well. He is right when he says that as well, bro.
Yeah, he's right in terms of that's it, right? There's no real solution. It's just converting one of them. One of them goes in, then that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. You know these guys, they're not prolific. You know, Jackson's not prolific. We know that at this moment in time. He's not built up. He's not got anything in his history that he's prolific. He's going to miss chances. We said this in the summer, didn't we? It's like, and this wasn't even against Jackson. If Jackson's having a bad finishing game, we need another option on the bench, and we don't have that. We have Mark Guehi or Guiu or whatever is or Guba.
You said it right the first time. Guehi.
Yeah, sorry, I did.
Apparently,
what I'm saying is that, and this isn't even against Mark. It's not against Mark.
I like you.
Yeah, it's not against Mark. It's not against him. He shouldn't be our number 2 option at striker. Do you know what I mean? Cuckoo's not a number 9. Joe Felix could play the 9, but he doesn't play Joe Felix anyway.
I don't blame him.
So we need another number 9. Do you know what I mean? We need another number 9. Not to say that Jackson can't be the starting 9, but we need an option. Do you know what I mean? All these fools in the chat that are now crawling up John Duran's ass for now after in the summer saying he ain't worth shit. You know, suddenly look foolish all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean? So we just need another option. But there's nothing to get your head around apart from one of them. It just needs to fall our way. You know what I mean? It just needs to be converted. Though we need to take what we did in the first part of the season into this one. There's no real like magic formula to it. It's just they've just got to be better. They've got to improve themselves.
Can I ask a question? So, barring this game, where we could say there was chances that we had that we could have buried the game. Obviously, in the games that we've been winless, the last 4 games, I don't think we've created any clear-cut chances against Ipswich, barring the free kick.
We created loads against Ipswich. There was
loads against it.
He hit the post of that Palmer free kick in the first half, and I think that was pretty much it, really.
Cucurella had an open volley that he flopped. There were hella chances.
That wasn't clear-cut, though. You're saying clear-cut. You're saying clear-cut chances.
All right, so I don't lose my mind here. Define what the fuck is name one of our clear-cut goals, because I don't know what the fuck we talking about anymore. I don't lose my mind, bro. We can't be talking about a game where we all saw one thing and then one person
2 yards outside the goal, Jimmy. You got to be 2 yards outside the goal.
Also, Aston Villa, Jackson's goal, the first goal, the opening goal of the game, left foot post and in. That's a clear-cut chance. You know, goals like. I'm trying to think about us on most recent games. Cucurella against Brentford, clear-cut chance. You get what I'm trying to say? These are goals where it's like, bro, these are chances like you should be burying this, no question. Do you
think a Cucurella? Sorry. Do you think a Cucurella header is a clear-cut chance? Because I don't.
I think that one he got against Fulham, for example, that we missed right before they equalised, that's a clear-cut chance.
That one is not his one goal against Brentford because that was further out. That was past the penalty spot. That was. So I don't think the one. You're right. The Fulham one.
CB, you're missing the tricky. Do you know what? Though? Let me just say something.
You're right about the Fulham one. That is definitely a chance.
One thing that I really used to like about Man City when they had Sterling and what's his name, Sane, right? They used to create a lot of clear-cut chances from just whipping it in the box, right? So it's just tappings from Sterling, tappings for Aguero. It wasn't always long shot chances. So I hear what CB is saying because this is a problem that I've got with our attackers, Jim, right? I'm not saying that the chances that we've had haven't been good chances. They have been good chances. But there's a difference between clear cut and a good chance, yeah? If in the box, our wingers right now, the only person that's really creating good chances in the box is Sancho, bro. Neto don't really attack the box much. Madueke gets in the box. He's very indecisive, right? This is what I've been saying. I can't wait for Esteval to come to this team.
Oh my!
No, bro. I'm telling you, CB. You see, this how you reacted with Duran, by the way. This how you reacted with Duran, by the way, right? Esteval in the box has got very good end product.
Why are we putting pressure on this kid? This is what you guys are setting this guy up.
It's not about. Hold on. Let me finish. CB, before you come in, before you come in, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm not saying he should be starting every game. I'm just saying we're adding someone that can add more quality in the box, because right now Neto's not doing it. Right, Neto's main threat is crossing. Yeah, Madueke in the box. We know what Madueke is in the box. He'll either try to shoot or he'll see the option and he'll delay it. Right? There's not enough wingers right now who are creating good chances in the box, bro. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem that I've got. Even Mudryk was good at creating chances in the box, and he's gone.
There ain't many wingers like Mo Salah in the world, is there? That just create chances for themselves in box from a winger standpoint. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very hard. Like, think about it. Name me a very efficient winger that can play, barring Salah, that comes in and plays efficiently and scores a ton of goals and creates a lot. There's not a lot.
Saka creates chance after chance in the box, bro. He creates some very good chances.
Yes, yeah, all right. Other than Saka, I'll give him that. Yeah, Saka.
I've just given you Sancho as well. Sancho's another one.
Not to the level that you're talking about.
Bro, are you forgetting you're forgetting that chance that he gave to Jackson when man kicked it over the bar, bro? Man, he went in the box, he ran past that low block, cut it back for Jackson, it goes over the bar. Sancho's another one that's good at creating chances in the box. Now, you tell me if you look at Neto and Madueke's game and you say, I see them always creating in the box. They don't really create for us in the box, bro. I'll be real. They don't.
Especially not Neto.
That's why when I was saying in the group chat, remember I said, yeah, that's why I was happy to see Neto take his man on and finally cut back, because he's got the ability to do it, but he doesn't do it enough. Do you get where I'm coming from, Ads?
Yeah, I agree. And I was a big fan of Neto at Wolves, so I'm not going to say he hasn't got the ability I thought he had, but he's looking a lot more just like kick and run when he takes a player on, which to me is quite frustrating, because again, you were a 60-odd million pound player, Premier League proven, and I'm still struggling to like remember the games that you're like constantly creating chances and being a threat. Again, since his debut assist against Wolves, he's only got 2 GA since then, and those were when he started on the left, I believe, because the cross for Jackson against Newcastle, and then the Arsenal game where he moved to the right and he scored a good goal, and that game he was really good on the left. So yeah, for me, Neto, I need to see way more from this guy, because again, you look at a lot of our signings. Again, if you really look at the attack, he's the guy who came in with the most expectation, because Jackson came in. You will look at even another striker ahead of him before that. He wasn't really meant to be the main guy. He's gone on to be the main guy. Cool. Palmer, listen, it's still Palmer crazy now. Everyone's doing the goal celebration, but he wasn't really brought in with the biggest hype. A couple of us are really high on him, myself included. But again, he's gone and it surpassed all expectation. But you look at the rest of our attackers. Sancho was like an opportunity by Noni and what's the guy that done the drugs? That's the Meladonium again. Your guy done. That guy.
That guy. He creates good chances in the box. You forget
against Conference League teams.
Man's cutting it back to Jackson. Man's cutting it back to now. Let me finish, bro, because you like to do this. Yeah. Last season, I'm seeing Mudryk time and time again creating to man like Jackson, to fucking Gallagher, to Sterling. Man, I'm missing. How's that his fault?
Listen, Mr. Purgeon needs to worry about sample B, which is not going to come back good, by the way. That's going to be a negative too. It's not a positive too. So, but listen, my point is our wingers generally, well, in fact, all of them, for the most part, Neto, I'm talking about, came in with the most expectation. And I need to see way more from this guy, because listen, 3 GA and we're in January, that's nowhere near enough. So yeah, you're right. He was taking on his man a bit more. We need to see way more of that. Yeah, Mudryk prop in 2025 is a bit crazy.
I don't think we've also helped him in some games.
Prop is madness.
I don't think we've helped him in some games, though. I think the way that we've utilised him down the right, where we've decided to play Disassi off the right, completely nullifies him completely, because don't get me wrong. I think it's very important with the way that we set up, and it's all for me. It's more of like the balance element. When I look at us in the last 4 games, one of the things that I've always sort of pointed out is like the balance element to it. And when Disassi's playing off the right, and you've got him trying to, which he's not going to overlap Neto, you're kind of isolating the guy in certain games, and that's where maybe a Madueke would probably be better, because I look at Madueke and I think he is better at dribbling around his man and beating him.
You get the same problems with Madueke on the right, whether you put Disassi or you invert Gusto. Both right wingers are isolated. Okay. What I'm noticing as well, that Palmer refuses sometimes to pass to Neto when Neto's in a good space as well. If Madueke's there, he passes to him all the time. Neto, there's some weird thing there where he doesn't pass to him all the time. And it's not a personal thing. They have probably just they haven't played together a lot. But he doesn't notice. He only notices Neto most times when we're on a break. We're trying to counter attack, and Neto's obviously always up there. But I just think we are the problem in modern day Premier League is I don't think you can have two out and out wingers like this or wide men like this. One of them has to be a goal scorer. One of them, because you're only going to have one single striker. One of them has to contribute, not even assists, just more goals in them. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was like, when Madueke got that hat trick against Wolves, I was going, if I was Maresca, would I be asking Madueke to just be like a second striker and get in the box? Because I don't want you creating a lot. You don't need to create a lot when you got Sancho and Neto and stuff like that. One of them, he has to decide which one of them's going to be like that, because Palmer's not going to really get up there a lot. He's going to want to float around and stuff like that. You need another support person up there. That was the whole thing at City when they had Aguero scoring instead of Sterling up there. It was really like Sane and Mahrez creating a load of things. It was Aguero striker. If he's not getting a goal, Sterling's going to get a goal, something like that. And that's what should happen.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I just think it's a lot different. I think the wingers these day and age are a lot different still. Like, you don't have that many wingers these day and age that are able to do both very convincingly and consistently. In my opinion, it's not barring Saka and, like we said, maybe Salah, who's more of like an inverted forward in many ways. Like, it's very hard to come by where you find someone that's just very consistent in front of goal from the wing. In my opinion,
but these are things that you can't, like, you can definitely improve them in a man's game, though. That's where Maresca's got to come in now.
Yeah,
make sure that he's coaching these guys and helping them improve their chance creation in the box. Because listen, I get CB's point. I hear it, bro. We're not seeing, again, like I said, it's every team. Every team's like this. You're not going to always see clear cut chance after clear cut chance. But when you're looking at your team subjectively, you're going to want your team to create better chances, so you score more goals. Yeah. It's as simple as that. But CB, bro.
Let me just say something quickly, Don. Wait, sorry, one point I want to make, because I think I agree with Jim that there's not many of those wingers around, but I think we're quite fortunate that we have a number 10 that's not going to get you 10 to 15 goals. Palmer's probably going to get you 20 plus goals. And I think it's proven that he's a 20 plus goal attacking midfielder, which is great. And I feel like you can probably get away with your wingers maybe not being like on the level of a Son, like a prime Son in terms of goals, but if they're like creating and there being a problem, like what we saw Sancho do against Palace, against Tottenham, being a consistent threat. If Neto can get to that level, that's good. And I think all of that is fine behind the striker that actually is a clinical top striker. Listen, I liked Jackson. He was a good buy, but listen, Uncle John Obi Mikel might have been cooking. Everybody wanted to scold him in the community, but he was cooking when he said that Chelsea need a proper number 9. And again, I like Jackson. But him by himself, it's not right.
That's why I don't like to give John Obi Mikel. Like, John Obi Mikel, he's starting to really get on my fucking nerves because he's not saying something that we all didn't say. We all know we need a striker. So,
but he got cooked the most for it.
But so, I don't even want to go on an Obi Mikel tangent. But that was because he pisses me off because he only doing it. He's getting clicks and likes off of his old fucking club. It's like, that's weak to me. That's whack. Like, get the fuck out of here. Then, I'm Chelsea. I care about the club. Man, go eat a dick. No, you don't. If you really give a fuck about the club, you wouldn't be going back
this is respect the legend. Respect the legend. But what's your point with Jackson? What's your point with Jackson?
You can't be talking about heritage like this. This is disrespectful.
Now, let me read.
I want to hit Jimmy's point, actually.
Hold on, guys. Let me read the quote.
Mikel, man. Let
me read the quote.
That's kind of mad, me personally. That's kind of mad.
Wait, let me read the quotes.
I'm fan different from you. Don't tell me how to fan. John Obi Mikel can eat a dick. I said it. Tell him I said it. Fuck y'all be talking
Jim,
about.
let me read the quote.
Mikel said, like y'all fucked him or something, bro. I'm talking about nothing to protect John Obi Mikel. Know you. Relax, bro.
Listen. All I'm saying is,
hold on. Let me read the quotes. So Mikel said he said Jackson, right? You can come back to this as well, CB. So Jackson, he's not scoring enough. He puts himself in the right positions, and then he's not finishing. He doesn't score enough. He's not a striker who's gonna get us top 4 or win us titles. He's not that striker. I don't think he can get us over the line. He's good on the ball and link up, but he's not scoring enough. CB, what do you think of John Obi Mikel's quotes, bro?
Honestly, I don't think what he's saying is wrong. We've kind of established that we need another striker. I think over time, Jackson could become somebody, but as of now, he's not completely written off, innit? He's just saying right now, we need somebody that can just bag us goals, innit? The only thing that when it comes to Mikel that I don't agree with is he starts doing Osimhen prop as an alternative when Osimhen isn't as clinical as Jackson. That's the only thing I would say. But that's when you know there's politics there, isn't it? That's
why I said it's whack. If he was talking like he wanted to improve the team, he's sitting there because he's sucking what you call it, fucking nipples.
Listen, this is getting very homoerotic.
Do you know what it is? Guys, do you know what it is for me? All right, with Nicholas, he's not wrong for what he says. And I agree with Jimmy, not on the whole thing at the end that he was talking about Mikel doing the whole, not that, but in terms of none of us here have not said that we don't need a striker, right? Nobody. We do need a striker. But at the end of the day, Nicholas Jackson, the comments about Nicholas Jackson and saying he ain't going to score enough, he's not doing this, he ain't doing that. I do think it's a little unfair on him when we all know ourselves that when we bought this guy, he was on his development phase. He's in his second season in the Premier League. We only have one striker. This is not Jackson's fault. This is the board's fault, in my opinion.
100%. 100%.
I've not picked up on getting another striker in here. So my thing is this: bring in another striker. Do I think we're going to go and get an Osimhen or a Gokores that might cost us 70, 80, 90 million? Probably not. But that's what Mikel's saying we should be doing. But you could look at a Duran or whoever else who's on the same development phase. However, we need competition there because allowing Jackson to play every game is not good for Jackson, by the way. We need competition like we've got across the
By the way, we didn't even do that with prime Didier Drogba. We brought in Shevchenko one summer. I know another summer.
Yeah, exactly. Torres as well.
Every year Didier Drogba played for Chelsea, we brought in a fucking striker. If we didn't bring if one left, one came in. And there was always somebody there to back him the fuck up or make him earn his spot.
So Jim, and just to be clear, I don't agree with everything that Mikel said. I only brought him up because it's a bit of banter. But listen, show a bit of respect for a legend. Again, he means more to me because again, Nigerian, one AFCON, so it's a bit different. But all the cussing that he does for Osimhen, it's too much. Yeah, he cuts too much for Osimhen. It doesn't mean anything to you. I'm just saying what it meant to me. Yeah.
Let me say something.
Is what it is. Like fuck John Obi Mikel. Leave the fucking players alone. Let them cook. Like don't. I don't give a fuck who the former player is. If you coming in bashing the player, what is the gain out of that?
Like I said, he has done too much. But again, we don't.
It is for the media to crash out on you, right? Then you leave, go be media, and then crash out on players. Come on, he's a bitch.
You shouldn't crash out on Jackson. Yeah, I agree with
that. That's what I'm saying. He's done a lot. He has gone over the top at times. I think maybe James going a bit OCT, but it is what it is. We can agree to disagree on that. I think again with Chelsea, what we're looking at right now is our backup striker, at least going into the season, was Nkunku, which we all can agree that's not his best position. I mean, we're going to get Samu, who if I look at his stats, 21 games, 18 goals, all comps. That's actually kind of crazy. But we didn't get him because we wanted to bring in Felix to smooth over the Gallagher deal. All this PSR nonsense has left us with only one proper striker. And we're lucky Jackson stays fit. And he's actually had a good season. And at one point was overperforming his XG like mad. But now it's come down a little bit. We're looking at it that we have a striker who can go through a bad run of form because he's not Haaland. He's not even Isak. He's not one of these elite level strikers. He's in his second year, like you said. So we need to go and address that somehow. Whether it's you go and get a Sesko, the level striker. I'm not saying get these guys. I'm just saying that's the level that we're probably going to get to because we're not going to go spend 80 million on a Gyökeres or an Osimhen. It's probably not going to happen at this point.
You see, Jim, this
is my issue now.
Go on, CB, actually. Go on, bro.
This is my issue. In terms of the Mikel Jackson thing, in my opinion, I think is personal at this point, isn't it? Obviously, Jackson felt a way that he's been commissioning for a replacement all this time. He's told him to shut the fuck up. At this point, you know what I'm saying? It's personal, isn't it? So that's whatever they've got going on. That's some African squabbles, isn't it? But in regards to what you're saying now in terms of the transfer window and all of this, 100%. We knew we needed a striker going into the summer window. But I want to remind everyone, they said this was a 4-window plan until we're able to compete. The 4th window came, they chased Olise and Osimhen all window, didn't get any of them. Brought João Felix, who the manager don't even trust to bring off the bench when we're chasing a game. If anything, these directors on the board is what set us up to fail. Now we're here asking for all the same things we asked for last year. We need a striker. Oh, we need a centre back. Oh, we need all of this stuff. Like, it's madness. The fact Jackson, he's 22 years of age, well, apparently, innit? I think he's 35, but that's besides the point. Like, he's 22 years of age. He's his second year in the Prem. I think he actually started the season pretty well. But he's the only striker in the top team, barring maybe Haaland, who has nobody else to play to replace him. He has to play through bad form. It's very unfair on him, yeah. And I've established the type of striker Jackson is. He's more of a, and I don't want to say the same quality of this player before I say it. And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you're comparing." But the type of player, the profile is more of a Bobby Firmino, where you can chip in with the goals, you impact more on the in terms of linking up with everyone else. But Bobby Firmino had a Mane getting 18, 19 goals in the league, Salah getting 22 to 20 goals in the league. We have Palmer who gets 20, and that's it. If Jackson isn't scoring, mind you, 50% of Palmer's goals, GA, has been scored or assisted by Jackson, by the way. So if Jackson isn't scoring, Palmer can have his moments here and there. There's no more goals in the squad, and that's because of how we got set, how the board set us up. Exactly. That's where it all comes down to.
Sorry, hang on. Can I just say? I gotta disagree here. Maresca's not using all his options to begin with. We can't tell whether it's an easy excuse to dump it on the directors. João Felix is not getting minutes. Stop telling us Nkunku is not a 9 and then playing him as a 9. Stop doing that. How about that? We can listen.
But then who else would be the 9 then? Do you want him to start Mark Guiu?
João Felix. João Felix is playing there.
No, not even João Felix, bro. Play Mark Guiu, bro. That's what we
need to play. In the Premier League.
Yes, in the Premier League. Yes, he's here in the Premier League, so we should play him in the Premier League. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. CB. People like you, yeah. This is what I'm saying. I deal with people like you every single week, every single day. You don't like dealing with the reality. Hold on,
like
bro.
Me, what's the standard?
You don't like dealing with the reality, yeah? If it was up to me, would I have signed him, bro? No, I wouldn't. But the reality is, he's here, so we need to use him. You make use of what you've got properly, bro. You don't start complaining and just sitting there complaining, because complaining is not problem solving, is it? Right? And the thing up top is not problem solving, is it? Playing Felix as a 9 is useless, isn't it? Yeah. The reality right now is that the only other striker that we've got, in fact, the only natural striker we've got in the team is Mark Guiu. That is it. Jackson's not a natural striker. Neither is Nkunku, bro.
The only other player that I think can give you at least 15 goals a season, if he probably got the minutes in his right position, is Nkunku. I'm just being honest. I think if he had more minutes in the team, and so I look at some of the chances that maybe we were created, he's the type of guy that probably would have given us a goal or two when we needed him. But when you're bringing him on 75 minutes, to give him 10 minutes in a game, and then we're all moaning about him not doing anything, like, use your brains.
We don't play to his strengths when we play him up top as well. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's the irony of this, Jim, because you was getting on to CB about the clear-cut chances, but the type of chances that me and CB are asking for, Nkunku would thrive from them, bro. Because Nkunku's a box is good in a box. If we were coming back, hold on, Andrew, before you come in, yeah. If we had wingers that could attack the box and create good chances in the box, Nkunku would be feeding. Nkunku would be yamming, bro. But we don't create many chances like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I said João Felix at the 9.
Oh,
so I said João Felix at the 9.
Oh, there's some food in it. My bad.
It's not me, but sorry. I said João Felix at the 9 because he's too selfish as a 10 when you play him there, because he always wants to take the shot on. He's not a creator.
He ain't got a box presence, Andrew, man. He ain't got a box presence.
No,
and he likes to leave that position. He likes to leave the position.
He sort of played that, not even as a 9, as a false 9 or whatever you want to do or something like that.
Do you play pro clubs, Andrew? Let me ask you a question. Do you play pro clubs?
Yeah.
Bro, what happens when you leave your position on pro clubs? Does your rating go down?
Are we really using pro club?
No, because I have to use
mad. What have I just looked back into?
I have to break it down, in a way which is as simple as possible. Nkunku and Felix, when they're playing up top, bro, more time I don't even see these brothers in the box. More time they're floating about as a 9 and they go into the midfield.
Not 9s.
Yeah, I don't like that. I want a guy that's just going to stay up there in this position. I want a guy that's going to stay up there.
The main issue is this. Before we can crash it on the directors of the ownership, Maresca's got to show us that he's used all of his options, and he hasn't done that yet, or hasn't done it consistently.
No, but I don't think that's fair. Because
why isn't it fair when he's got the options on there?
For example, we got Mark Guiu. Mark Guiu's the other striker option. Yeah, you guys are commissioning for Mark Guiu to play. We're 1 point above Newcastle right now. 2 points behind Manchester City, 4 points from actually 8th place, which will put us back in Conference League debacle, all of this type of stuff, all over again. Now, we've got Manchester City in 2 weeks. Now, per you guys' advice now, if Maresca was to start Mark Guehi at Man City in the Etihad, we lose the game, everyone's going to call for his head. Yes or no? This is we're at a point where even our last 10 games of the season, 8 of the teams in our last 10, we haven't beat this season already. Fulham, Everton, Ipswich, Arsenal, United, Forest, Liverpool. We can go on. So this dip in form that we've had, we have a chance, God forbid, touch wood, to potentially have more of a bigger dip in our last 10 games of the season. Right now, the table is too tight for us to be taking risks on players that we're not sure are good enough. Because all in all, let's be real, you know yourselves, Mark Guehi ain't good enough to be bagging goals in the Prem, but because you want to see an experiment.
He's a better box presence than Jackson.
Experiment in the league table.
Jackson's in bad form, man, as well. That's the problem. If Jackson's in bad form,
you know why this is all hogwash bullshit? Wasn't everybody crying for a chimpong? Did we know any fucking thing about a chimpong? You see, this is what I talk about with this fucking fan base. I got a saying. You know what it is? I'm old enough to fucking remember 2 weeks ago when I said I don't want a chimpong to play. He's too young. I'm scared. I'm nervous. No, he has to play. He has to play. He's on the team. He has to play. It's the same fucking argument that I'm presenting for Guehi. And it's like the worst thing in the world.
Okay, Achimpong played 1 game. He's a defender. No clean sheet. We didn't win the game. Everyone's calling for the manager already, questioning the manager. And he had nothing to do with him or not. His job to defend. We didn't keep a clean sheet. And he played 1 game.
That's bad math.
You know what I was stupid? Let me tell you that. Let me tell you why that was fucking stupid.
That's because Sanchez is his fault. You're goalie.
I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. Anybody else? Anybody? Let them talk.
Let Jimmy cook. Go on, Jim.
So, what you said make no fucking sense. It don't matter if we didn't have you can play a perfect game, have a clean sheet, and then the last kick of the game, it go right to the keeper. He slip, fall, dropping the ball, go in the back of the net. It's no longer a clean sheet. Do that mean you didn't play fucking good defense anymore?
It's a completely different scenario, though, is it, brother?
No, but Tim played great. The ball had nothing to do with him.
Nothing, bro.
Nothing.
I just want to say, I think Achapom actually had a good game. I was very impressed.
So why the fuck would you say?
I'm just saying. Let me speak. Let me speak.
What are we here? Let me have a serious conversation.
I think he actually had a very good debut. Yeah.
So what are we doing, bro? We having real conversations, or we just making shit up?
Job, yeah. Because you brought up Achimpong, and I'm saying a defender's job is to keep a clean sheet. If Mark Guehi comes and doesn't score a goal, which is his job, here we go. Look, you're not letting me talk. If the striker now he don't score a goal, and we drew 1-1 against Man City in the game he started, everyone's bugging out. So that's what I don't understand.
No, but CB, I would hear that point about Josh if he was the reason why they scored a set piece. If he was the reason why Palace ended up scoring a goal. If he had a shaky game and you can see he's not ready, right? If in the same context of that, it'll be a problem.
Instead of just saying fair, okay, you got that, like a grown fucking man do. You have to make up some bullshit. I feel like I'm fucking talking to my 15-year-old or 13-year-old fucking daughter. She's trying to figure her way out of a lie.
So this is what,
bro, like a grown man. It's okay to say, you know what? You right. It's okay to do that, bro.
I'm not, because you guys are trying to say you want Mark Guehi to play at the Etihad.
No. One second.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. I just made the other side of the argument. You make it seem like it's criminal.
No one even said that.
It's not about Mark Guiu starting games. It's about when you know and you can see how the game's going, and you see like the Palace game where Jackson, who by the way had the most chances out of any player on the pitch against Palace for us, isn't really hitting it, or it's just not working for him again. Give yourself something else. What's the point of having players on the bench, and having squad depth if you're not gonna have that competition. Allow someone to just come on 20 minutes, 25 minutes and go, right, this is my chance. I'm going to try and be the difference. That's the whole point of having a bench. When we didn't have the bench, we used to moan about not having a bench. Do you know what I mean? When we didn't have the bench, it was like, we need a bench. And now we have a bench. We're now saying, don't use our bench. Just stick with the players we've got on the bench.
No, but look. Oh, I'm so happy.
And how is that? Hold on, see, before you even come in here, how is it even helping Jackson, right? And what does that even do for players like Guiu as well? Where it's like, it don't matter how many chances my man keeps missing, he's going to start regardless. You're not punishing him. You're not teaching him anything. You're not giving him any drive to do better, because it's like, yo, regardless of what I do, I'm going to start because my man's 18. I don't give a shit if he's 18. We picked this guy up from Barcelona, right? He was on the verge of breaking through into the first team. And like I've said 1,000,001 times before, he does not play like an 18-year-old, right? If you've never watched football before and you watch this guy for the first time and you see how he's built, you can see that he's not built like no 18-year-old. Right? What it is with you don't want to be wrong about a Guiu. That's why you want him to be shackled on the bench. That's what it is.
Actually, no. Wait,
I see through it, bro. You don't want him to. You don't want him to prove you wrong. You want him to be shackled on the bench, right? Okay. And let me say something, CB. What you're saying about him would only mean something if we were playing him and he kept missing chances. He's getting all these opportunities and he keeps missing. And we're like, yo, keep playing him, right? Right now, he's not even getting an opportunity to show what he can do. That's the problem. And for me, like I've said, he is a better box presence than Jackson, bro. I don't need to be a fucking coach to see this. I can just see when I watch both of them who's better in the box. You know what I mean? But go on, bro. Go on. Land your point, CB.
So you're saying I don't want to be wrong. If I'm wrong, what's gonna happen? I don't die. My club does well.
You'll move the goalpost. You move the goalpost and say, it was only Luton. It was only Ipswich. It was only this. That's what you do. You move the goalpost.
These guys that wants to be right, bro. I don't care. Like generally, I'm looking at this
yes,
situation.
You do.
We're arguing for Mark Guiu to start for Chelsea in the Prem.
Nobody said that. You made that up.
And you know what's bad? And you know what's bad, yeah?
CB,
can I speak?
You recognize that you literally made that up?
Can I speak?
No, fuck that. Can you speak? No, nigga, you can't. Because you making shit up.
Look, there's a vein popping out of your head. Calm down.
My vein always pop out, nigga. What you talking about?
Vein popping out of your head.
So what? It's always there. What you talking about?
Mr.
One at a time. Let's see if he finish.
No, bro.
Fucking idiot. Can you talk? No, because you keep saying shit nobody said.
You're still waffling.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Fucking nobody say nothing about no Guiu starting.
You're still going. As I was saying, you mentioned substitution and bringing on Guiu from the bench here in certain games, certain points when Jackson isn't performing. Now, I agree. I think the substitution came a bit late, but in the 80th minute, we was 1-0 up, and the first sub that Maresca made was bringing on Guiu for Jackson. In my opinion, I said it on Lewis's watch along afterwards. That, in my opinion, I think that cost us the game because we had 4 defenders on the bench. You're talking about the manager not using his options. I think I would have preferred if he subbed on a defender and held on the lead, and held on the lead similar to what we did against Newcastle, instead of bringing on a striker when we was 1-0 up in the last 10 minutes of the game. I don't think that actually impacted anything, if I'm being real with you. So you're mentioning like the Jackson coming on. I think if he came on sooner, I would understand. But let's just be honest. No, man, that don't make no sense to me if I'm being real.
No, I agree with him. No one's saying put pressure on the kid to be starting against Man City and at the Etihad. We're not saying that, bro. Up against a team like an Ipswich, bro. Listen, I would have liked to see the battle between him and Delap. Obviously, Delap's better than him right now because he's got more Premier League experience. But he can offer us something that Delap was offering Ipswich: more physicality, bro. Like I said, more box presence. But Ads, what do you think about this whole thing about Mark Guiu anyway, man?
Yeah, that conversation was mad. But listen, I think for Guiu, he's quite strong and quite physical for an 18-year-old, but he's in a very small frame. There was a mention earlier about Felix not being much of a box presence. Guiu, yes, he'll maybe make more runs. He certainly works harder, but my issue is, again, going into the last 20 minutes of games and like we're chasing and we're trying to like get a winner, or whatever. Or even if we're trying to like hold on to a lead, we haven't got a presence up there. We haven't got somebody that we can put against. Sanchez would love to do long balls over like the last 8 to 10 games. He loves a long ball, but then when sometimes doing the long ball into the channel for a Sancho, or when it goes up to a Jackson, he's got these 6'2", 6'3" centre backs that are on him. And for me, that's why like I've hated these Nkunku cameos because we're putting him up there like a normal striker, and he's not holding up the ball or being much of a box threat. And again, this is going to be the same for Guiu. Yes, he will press more, which is great. He's more of a natural striker. That's cool. But my issue is, again, when we're chasing a game, you haven't got somebody that when we do go and just go crush, inshallah, or if Palmer's going to just force the ball, inshallah, then you haven't got a striker that's going to actually be able to score an ugly goal for us. Because, like I've been saying, we only score pretty goals. That's all we really do. You can't get it out the mud. Listen, I hate Arsenal with a passion, but these scumbags will go with what they're flipping, the corner techniques and all these nonsense that they do and just start bashing the ball into the box and do all kinds of shithousery to try and get something. We haven't really got that in us. And I feel like, you know what City did when they got Haaland? If they actually added a different weapon, they got all these pretty players, but they have someone like Haaland who can actually just shithouse a goal for them. And they went on to win the treble. And I feel like with us, we like that. So Guiu, again, nobody has said about starting at the Etihad. All he was saying was that maybe he can come on and be an option and we can trust him earlier in games. Or maybe the odd game against Ipswich. Cool. But for me, literally,
bro, just buy a striker.
And that's a true point. But again, that's a different conversation. We're talking about what we have right now because I don't think we're going to sign a striker anyways. We're talking about what we have right now. And just to end my point is with Guiu, I wouldn't mind seeing more of him. It's just the case of I'm just disappointed that we don't have that option. Because again, when I was mentioning this before on one of Gem's streams before, I was talking about Chris Wood. Before it was fashionable to mention Chris Wood, and man were laughing at me. And now we're looking at Chris Wood right now cooking on my way Hudson Bay. But listen, we need something like that. And the fact that we don't have that when a lot of our rivals have that, they have a leg up on us. They clearly have a leg up on us having that physical option.
We do have that profile, but we don't trust him. We don't want to trust using him, right? And Yusuf, it says
no. He's an option, but he's not like a 6'2" striker who's going to get on the end of a cross and be a threat. He's not that.
He's 6'4", bro.
Yeah,
he's a tall brother,
he's
bro.
Not, and he's not 6'4", bro. And he's quite light in his frame as well.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
He's 6'4",
the way you
bro.
enable this mess that the directors have put us in. Like you've talked yourselves into
He was
thinking.
not
Such an easy cop out.
Let me check that right now.
How is that easy cop out? It's the truth.
Easy cop out because we haven't won in 4 games. Let's blame the directors.
We haven't won.
When the manager hasn't used the full. When the manager hasn't used the full extent of his squad and leaves his subs late, we've complained about him leaving his subs late all season. We complained about it, and it's something that's still happening. This isn't a director's shot. This is down to the manager and him not utilising the squad. Why doesn't he use Vega more?
Sorry, he's 6'2".
He's a utility player. Why don't you use him more?
Hold on, Andrew. He's 6'2". Sorry, but I stand corrected. He's 6'2", not 6'4". So he's got height. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised he's 6'. I thought he was like 6 foot. But my point is that even cool, he's a bit tall-ish, but he's not got the physical presence to go and threaten from an end of a cross. That's the point. He doesn't score many headers. Like, that wasn't his bag.
He is physical. He is though.
No. He's physical for his. No. No, Jimmy, listen to me. I made the point that he presses well and he's physical for his age for an 18-year-old, but you can't compare him to a Chris Wood or Haaland in that. I'm talking about that.
If he's coming up second half against center backs that's been up against Jackson all day, they like. I'm sorry, like I know he's 18, but that's a big fucking boy. He come in second half. If Jackson is tired, I'd rather the way how it's been looking with Nkunku. I would give Guehi a run out. He gave Guehi a run out.
I agree. Wait until the 83rd minute is a mistake. You bring him on early. I agree. I just said that from the start of the season, we lack that proven physical striker. Yeah, okay, he's quite physical for his age, but it's different if we had a Chris Wood, let's say, as an option. That's different to Guehi. With all due respect.
He's got a better box. He's got a better box presence. He's got a better box presence than Jackson, by the way.
Yeah,
he's got a better.
Genuine question, because I know you guys are saying we're not using the players. Yeah.
Wait, CB, before you ask that question, let me respond back to this one, right? Because people say this to me all the time, and it's annoying, right? He says, "Dodd, why don't you ever criticize the directors or the ownership?
Because
why
that's what they say on every other channel. People sitting around bitching about owners and directors.
Exactly.
Owners and directors, we don't even get to see what they do. Who the fuck?
Let me get into it.
They sit and talk about people in the fucking ownership.
Wait.
Football manager, you fucking nerds.
Let me respond.
Talk about the owners and directors. We talking about the athletes.
Let me respond to
the fucking beauty pageant and say, talk about the judges. Let's talk about her tits. What are you talking about?
Let me respond to this. So, Yusuf, big up for the support. It says, Don, why don't you ever criticize the directors of ownership? Why are we talking about Guiu starting for Chelsea after 1.5 billion spent? Bro, I've spoken about the fact that if it's up to me, I would have gone and signed experience. Yeah, someone starting ahead of Jackson. But again, people don't like dealing with the reality. In isolation, when I've done my research on my man, I like him in isolation. And right now, we haven't got Osimhen, we haven't got Gokeres, we haven't got these guys that we need in this team. Therefore, use what we have, right? I've criticized the owners. Me and CB, go back to the fucking stream me and CB did in the summer. We literally did a stream where we were cooking these guys and saying what they need to do to rectify their mistakes. And right now, some of the mistakes that CB was talking about, and me as well, have not been rectified. But I'm not going to sit here and constantly complain and cry because that's not problem solving, bro. I'm dealing with the reality of what we've got right now. Do you get it? But people like to just cry. I don't live my life like that. I'm trying to problem solve. Do you get it? That's the response to that, bro. These owners are not perfect. These sporting directors are not perfect. We know what we need in this team, but let's deal with what we're dealing with right now, bro. He's part of our team right now. Use him. Do you get it? But go on, CB. About to ask something.
Saying, bro, like even at the time at the start of the season, everyone was talking about best depth in the league. I said you guys are getting a bit carried away, and everyone said, "Oh, I'm so negative. I hate the club, or this and that. I'm not proper Chels." Now, in terms of the depth options, in terms of strikers and that, I think our depth is a bit overstated. I know you guys are saying that certain players are not being used. Have you guys not considered that maybe these lot are just not good enough? I don't understand. Like,
who's not good enough?
Okay, you know,
who's not good enough? Tell me. I want to go through it.
So let's go. Let me get the bench up that we had against.
I want to know what you think is not good enough, and then we'll go through it.
I'm out, yo. I'll holler at y'all, man. I can't do this shit. These are shows that I could. Yo, when I'm watching shows and they go like this, I click the fuck off. I turn to something else. I can't sit here.
But I don't understand. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Get bad games. He about to break down how we got the worst team in the league now.
No, but you guys keep saying 4 bad games.
For me,
it's 1,060 days. 1,060
days. Hold on, Jim. One at a time, yeah? One at a time. Go on, let him land this point, Jimmy.
Go Papa over here clicking like on fucking Kobe Mainoo fucking post with the Chelsea jersey on. Let's talk about that. I want to talk about this shit, man. I don't give a fuck about this. Let's see how our board failed us. We're going to do this. We into the fucking season and we're going to talk about what we didn't do last January. The fuck is this? AFTV?
What's this? What am I looking at here? What is going on here?
So this is Cole Palmer's like to post about Mainoo leaving United for Chels, right? So it says it here. News today. That's from the secret scout. Cole Palmer likes it. You know what I'm saying? CB,
what we didn't do in the summer.
That's a horrible signing.
Come on, bro.
That's what I want to hear.
All jokes aside, that is a horrible signing. In terms of Mainoo, like I've said this many times, barring ball carrying as an actual midfielder, what does he actually bring to the table? He can't tackle, he doesn't cover a lot of ground, doesn't create mad chances, he isn't really a goal threat. Essentially, we're just getting a shitter version of Enzo. I don't think we actually need that. And without the passing as well.
Bro, you're negative about every fucking thing. Yo, you on the wrong.
Oh no, so let's go give Kobe Mainoo 200K. Let's go give Kobe Mainoo 200K.
You said, every fucking thing about Chelsea. Somebody mentioned John.
Why should we give Mainoo 200K? Why should we give Mainoo?
Hey, let me ask this guy.
Yo, I hate to know what fucking life y'all live. Y'all motherfuckers are so
Hey, Jimmy,
Man,
hold on. Hold on, Jim, before you say anything. Let's listen. One at a time, man. Me, I don't like listening to pods when man are shouting over each other, Jim. You know what I'm saying, CB? Both of you, bruv. One at a time, please.
Let me just ask you this. In my opinion, I partly agree with CB on this. I don't actually think this is the right type of signing for us, personally. And I'm looking at it from a profile standpoint because he isn't, for me, defensively good enough. And when you look at what we do have still, let me ask you guys this question. You got Santos, you got Kobe Mainoo. Who are you taking? If you had to get rid of one and keep one, what would you do? Because signing someone like Mainoo might mean that you have to sell, I don't know, I'm not saying we'll get rid of him, but could be a Santos or someone else or whatever. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Because Santos is looking like every bit of a player over there at the moment. And
I mean, just short answer, Mainoo isn't good enough for me to then say I don't want to see Santos at Chelsea because Santos is a product that we already own. We don't own Mainoo, so to buy him, put him on big wages, it's not worth it.
I think we need more of a defensive midfielder, personally. Someone that can actually sit rather than someone that's more of a ball carrier that's going to link and move and like.
And just to make one point quickly before Jimmy comes in, I think Jimmy probably has something he wants to get off his chest. But again, I think we do have quite a stacked squad. It's just it's stacked, but not in certain areas. Like striker, again, we're obviously, like we've mentioned, we're a little bit light. In defensive midfield, obviously, I think we are a bit light in the fact that we know Lavia's got injury problems. We have Caicedo there. And then behind that, obviously, we've loaned out Leslie. Obviously, Santos isn't at the club right now. So we're light in certain areas. Obviously, we're super stacked in the number 10 position. We've got great options there, but we only play with one. And Marisco doesn't want to take that guy off. So, again, where we need to sign players, we need to just be sure that we're signing the right players that actually elevate places that we're actually missing, options that we're actually missing in the squad. Because we have got a very talented squad that is more than good enough to get top 4, even after a poor run from year. Maybe City might leapfrog us, but for me, I'm not too... Newcastle are worried, but we should finish above Newcastle, Villa, Forest. We should finish above all these guys quite comfortably for me. I still firmly believe that.
And another thing as well is the physicality, because we know in terms of midfield we need athletes, you know. So like you look at the Newcastle midfield, for example, they've got men, physical demons. They're tall, they're physical. Mainoo doesn't bring that to our midfield, and that's what we're actually lacking the most. That's why a lot of people have called for Ugo Chukwu. I'm not really a fan of him, but profile-wise, I understand it. We don't have that, and I don't understand why Mainoo coming in does. He's not good enough. He's not creative enough to be our 10. He doesn't cover ground enough to be our 8, and he's not intelligent enough to be a 6. So really, what are we doing here?
I agree.
Exactly.
I don't think it's serious things, to be honest. I don't think it's serious.
I'm never going to turn
No.
I'll bring him in. We're not going to pay him 200k. He's asking Man United for 200k. He's not going to get 200k here. But we are desperately in need of midfielders. We don't have enough midfielders. I will never turn down quality for this squad. Okay? I'm sorry.
You got to look at profile, Andrew, don't you?
Exactly.
But Andrew, wouldn't you say Nkunku is quality, but he doesn't fit the squad? Nkunku is quality. Nkunku is top quality, but he doesn't fit the squad. I feel like Mainoo, I want to be the same, but I feel like it's similar where he doesn't address the bigger needs that we have in the squad. I agree, Mainoo's a top talent, but he doesn't help us like he would. Like what we would pay for, he wouldn't help us that big. He wouldn't help us a lot.
I think Mainoo has suffered under a tyrannical coach like Ten Hag for the past season and a bit, that we don't actually know what his actual position yet. He's not physically developed yet, like Lavia. That's why Lavia picks up loads of injuries. He's not physically developed yet. He's not at the age yet. I don't know what Kobbie Mainoo is at this point in time, in terms of, is he a 6? Is he a hybrid 8? He could do the role that Enzo does. We all think Enzo's not physical enough. He covers a load of distance. Enzo's one of the players that's covered more distance than most in this Premier League season. He could do that type of role. We are overplaying, because of our midfield options right now, we are overplaying Caicedo and Enzo. Right? We are overplaying.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I'm telling you right now, given Lavia's injury status, if Caicedo, something happens to Caicedo, he's out for weeks, you can kiss top 4 goodbye. I'm not saying Mainoo comes in and replaces Caicedo, by the way. I'm just saying generally. The way Lavia's injury and Caicedo's overplayed, if he gets injured and out for a while, top 4 is done, guys. I'm telling you right now.
Let me just say quickly, because I need to even go soon, but let me just say quickly, I do rate Mainoo quite highly. I think he's a top talent. But again, for me, does he help what we actually lack in the squad? I don't believe he does to a big enough point that it's worth going and buying this guy for whatever's going to be worth to buy him in Jan or in the summer. And again, for me, I've watched him enough to feel like he's pretty much suited as an 8. I can attack it there. And he's very good in terms of dribbling, but in terms of like breaking lines with passes and like being like a deep line playmaker, I don't think he's really that. And again, I listen to United, what you've been watching him from youth, who have said that they believe that as well.
But Ad, would you agree though that under Ten Hag and even under Amram right now, he's not even played as an attacking 8 really?
He's not been playing in his best position for me. Yeah, and a lot of United fans agree that's not even in his best position.
Yeah, I think he's being anchored. Like he can't. He's not good. You can't play Kobbie.
Even as a 6 for England, I don't think he had his best footballs as a he was more technical than so he looked good.
He had like an impact. He had like an impact for game.
I ain't seen that since Pez. Remember back in the day when you played Pez, and you're comparing.
Because I've been patiently waiting. And listen, I like Mainoo. Right? I like Kobbie.
Mainoo ain't a 6. I think bottom line, he ain't a 6.
Yeah, he's 6.
is very good in tight spaces. You know what I'm saying? He's got good potential, but like I said, for me, you know, his passing range ain't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? In terms of his engine, getting around the pitch, off the ball, it's not great. His defensive awareness.
Put on a lot of weight too.
I see so many games.
Yeah, he's fat, man.
Hold on. I see so many games, that bypass him. I see so many games that bypass the guy, right? And for me, I've been saying for time, bro, United fans, they overrate him because he's one of their own. But when you watch Mainoo in a lot of games, I'm showing you, a lot of games just go past him, bro, right? That Euro final, I'm never going to go into him too much because that system was a mess. But, bro, he got a little buoyed in that game. You know what I'm saying? And I've compared here. I'm comparing these two here, people, because this is a player, Andre Santos, that I've been banging on about for time. If you remember in the summer, Jim, before Lavia nearly went to Liverpool, I was saying to everyone in the chat, I said, bro, don't panic too much because we've actually got a very similar profile to Lavia in a Santos already. But the difference with Santos is he hasn't got the Premier League experience. And what I know of Santos, he can play as a 6 and as an 8. I don't know if Lavia can play as an 8, but Santos can actually crash the box. He can create chances in the final third. He's very good at counter pressing and off the ball defensively, bro. He ain't one of the most jewels in League Arm for no reason. You know what I mean? So if you look at the comparison here, right, with Mainoo and Santos, offensively, Santos is clearing him in pretty much every metric, barring the key passes. If you play Andre Santos further up instead of the 6, you'll see that go up rapidly. But progressive passes, he's done him. Forward passes, okay, Mainoo's done him there. But forward passes here, if you look, it's actually Andre Santos, sorry. Progressive carries is tight. Defensive actions is clear. It's clear. You know what I mean? So we've already got someone here that plays in two positions, bro. We don't need Mainoo. We don't need him, player, but we just don't need this guy, bro. Santos, for me, is a better player. Santos and Lavia, bro, it's for me, it's the same thing. And Santos might even be better than him.
Why are we doing Santos versus Mainoo? I don't know why you can't accommodate both. I really don't.
Bro, we don't. Yeah, but
we don't need it. If we have Santos, we don't need. What the best thing to do?
No midfielders.
Wait, hold on, Stevie. I want to hear this, Andrew. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, when you say bring in Mainoo, you don't want to just like look at quality and just say fuck the quality. So tell us your midfield options then, right? We're including Mainoo and where they're going to play.
We'll go right now. What when you bring Santos?
No, you bring Mainoo in and you still got Santos. So tell us the midfield options, bro.
Well, those are what you bring. You get Lavia. Are we assuming Lavia's going to be fit from now on, or are we just taking in Lavia's not going to?
No, I'm saying if we was to bring in Mainoo, it would probably be in, I don't know, maybe in the summer, maybe even January. Right? I don't know. But let's say talk us through your midfield options.
This isn't at the expense of Santos. I'm not bringing him in at the expense. Like if it's a choice, I'll obviously choose Santos and stuff like that. But I just think we are desperately in need of midfield. Our midfield is, apart from the three that we talk about, Lavia, Enzo and Caicedo, our midfield options are trash. They're absolutely trash. We've got Nkunku out on loan. People are like wanting to bring him back, fine, as a stopgap for the next 6 months. And maybe you're right. Maybe, but I think Kobe Mainoo is a victim of bad coaching. You know what I mean? And circumstance. Yeah. Listen, if he comes, he comes. I'm not desperate for him. I'm just like, I keep a mind out open if he was.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you bring Mainoo into the club, right, where are you playing Santos and where would you play Mainoo? Would you be playing Mainoo in Enzo's position and playing Santos as the 6, right? Or would you be playing Mainoo as the 6?
Yeah, I'd probably do Mainoo. I'd probably do Mainoo as like an 8, as an 8 role. I wouldn't play him as a 6 at all. I think
Santos is better in the final third. I think Santos offers more goals.
Listen. You've watched more Santos than me. I'm not going to berate the player because I've not watched him a lot. I've only seen him like highlights and stuff like that. So I'm not going to berate him. But I definitely wouldn't have Mainoo as a 6 at all. He's not what I've seen of him as a 6. Maybe you can develop him as a 6. Maybe better coaching, you can develop him. I think he's behind 2 years because of the coaching he's had under Ten Hag for about 18 months.
I agree with that.
I think the real key here for me is looking at the profile that we actually need rather than just buying because we want numbers. And I like Mainoo. I actually think there's some, on the ball, I think he's actually quite talented. I just don't know about everything else that he can do. And when you look at our midfield, the system, what Maresca requires, how we play, could he be good in an 8? Yeah, I probably think he probably could. Would it be better than Santos? Who knows? I've seen parts of Santos. I think Santos is a very good player. But in terms of what we need now, we need someone that can sit next to Caicedo. That's it. That's what
TV just put the name up.
Right. Do you know what I would rather do?
Don, that's the top TV's last one. Just put the name up.
Say that again, bro.
I think.
Look at Vasta. Is it Vasta Rock TV?
Vasta, yeah.
Luiz. Douglas Luiz on a loan. That's what it'd be. That's what I'd bring in right now.
Yeah, just
Douglas Luiz on a loan.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that for second half of the season.
A loan with no obligation. No obligation.
Yeah,
no obligation.
Yeah. I say don't need help.
6 months.
Yeah,
We need
help.
He doesn't. He also needs to be rotated and rested. Like if I even see Caicedo on the bench against Morecambe, I'm going to be mad this weekend. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be pissed. He doesn't even need to be on the bench against Morecambe. I swear he doesn't. Him and Enzo do not need to play this weekend at all. Against Morecambe, we do not need to play all of our guys. We don't need to play Palmer, Jackson, Colwell, Kukuret. We don't need to play all those guys. It needs to be a Europa League, Conference League team out against Morecambe. That's what I'm saying right now. But we just need Douglas Luiz. Yeah, actually, you know what? Douglas Luiz is a far better option than even Kobe Mainoo. Even on a short term.
I just think when it comes to Mainoo, like at the end of the day, we've just been debating about Yao Felix and Nkunku being out of position and all of these things. Why are we gonna just waste time on another midfielder that we don't actually know their top position? I think we're better off actually getting Andre Santos, recalling him back on loan, and actually just spending the money on a striker. Like that would do a lot for us in terms of just profiling everything. Yeah, and
I'm just bringing up because it's new. I want to get that
Barista.
It's just news today. It's just news today, CB. I'm just approaching it.
Yeah, I know. No, I get it.
It goes away tomorrow. It goes away tomorrow. It goes away tomorrow. I don't think we're even going to get him. I think we're just being used for the contract talks. That's all.
Like this is how it goes. But we're in the transfer window. This is when the ITKs, you know, this is when they make their bread and butter. Like we need to defund ITKs.
Yeah,
I wish there was sort of law where anytime you tweet bullshit, like we beat you up. We do it Saudi Arabian style and just flog public lashings in front of the club's ground. Because these ITKs take things too far, man. Even this stuff. This isn't new information though. As a fan base, just use this for clicks, man.
But I think we do need to bring in.
Boys, I got to jump up in there, but love, boys, yeah. Take it easy, boys, yeah. Everybody watching, drop a like as well, man. Drop a like, man. Drop a like.
What do I think about this? So in terms of this challenge,
let me go to Jimmy for that one. Let me go to Jimmy to that one for that one first, though, Jim. Jim, what do you think about the news about Guehi potentially coming in, bro? Because right now at the back, right centre back options, you've got Mainoo, who for me, like I've said, I rate him, but obviously man's come from a different league. He needs to learn the language. He needs to adapt to the England. At the end of the day, so he's not going to get put in straight away. Say that again, Andrew.
He hasn't got enough points to play, is he? That's why he's going to go.
He does. That's been debunked. He does. Yeah, he can play. So he can play. And obviously, you got Josh, who we like the debut, but again, you don't want him to be playing every single game because, at the end of the day, he's still quite young, Jimmy. So Guehi is a player that's got, a lot of caps in the Prem. You know what I'm saying? He knows the way around the club because obviously he came through at Chelsea. He's a leader. He's Palace's captain. You saw him in the Euros. He's probably our best defender as well. So for me, personally, I think he's a good player. I think he's a good defender. But ideally, I just wanted more height at the back. That's the issue that I've got with this Guehi signing. What do you think about it, bro? Do you think that we should sign Guehi?
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with Guehi. I think if Guehi was doing the same thing for Borussia Dortmund or something, everybody would be like, "Oh, get him, on my Football Manager in season 6, I get him and he won me the titles." Like, so yeah. So I have no problem with Guehi. Everybody love what they don't know. All these names people be typing, we should get such and such, we should get such and such. They don't fucking know these players. They ain't seen these players like that. They just like what they don't know. People love what they don't know. I have no problem with Mark Guehi. He's okay. Like it's not like we're gonna pay no bunch of money for him. And then what will happen, and what I'm quite sure Chelsea knows, is when they sell, if we buy him, if we get him now, that puts Chalobah right in position to start. He'll be a regular. They'll turn around. They'll buy Chalobah. That money, some of that money be coming right back. Plus the money we be getting off from the buyback clause. So Guehi won't cost nowhere near what people even think. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're gonna buy Chalobah. He's playing good enough. Unless Chalobah be like, I want to go back to Chelsea, which I think is probably zero I think there's no chance of that happening. If he actually stays at Palace, plays at Palace. You know what I mean? I have no problem with Mark Guehi. I have no problem because I don't think signing him would be the end. I don't think it'll be done with him because Disasi gotta go. It's a chance Badia Shield might go. So there'll be spots open. Tolson was a free transfer. Who knows? If somebody come in and offer anything 15, 20 million for Tolson, you think they're not gonna sell? That's pure fucking profit. You feel what I'm saying? So it could go a lot of ways. So I have no problem if they decide they want to go out and get.
Go on, Jem. You're about to say something there.
Yeah, so I'll just be quick because I'm going to dip anyway. I would take Chalobah back. If it's for January, I'll take Chalobah back and I'd look at centre back in the summer, personally. That's what I would do. Not that I think Guehi's a crap defender. I just don't think signing him in January is probably the right thing. It's probably more of a summer thing more than anything, in my opinion. But, you know, the truth is this. Chalobah and Guehi are better than Badia Chile and Disasi. That's the truth. They're just... for me, they're ass. We need to get rid of the pair that we paid £70-odd million combined from blooming Monaco, because that ain't working for me. And I know, Don, you said about Badia being on the left side and Disasi on the right, and I agree with that. I want to see Vega. I know it's not happening yet, but I would like to see Vega being given more of an opportunity as more of like a left centre back rather than this like left back, to be quite honest with you as well. So we have got someone that can maybe fill in. But at this moment in time, if it's just talking about giving us options, then I would just bring Chalobah back in January and then just go into the market. I don't like the centre back market, by the way. I think it's trash personally. I don't think it's as good as some people make it out to be. But obviously, we'll see how it goes.
100, bro. But Jem, love for hopping on, my bro, man. Let them know where you can find me.
Yeah, obviously Chelsea Fan TV, GNA TV, Match Reactions. Come and check it out, guys. Big up to yous, and big up Don as well. Make sure you're smashing the likes. CB, Jimmy, Andrew, big up you guys as well. And I'll see you in a bit, man.
And take care, bro.
See you later. Peace.
Big up, man. CB, you're about to say something. What do you think about this link? Before just round up, man, because I want to watch this Arsenal game as well, blood.
Yeah, same. So in regards to this double, I'll be honest, this double sweep, Chalobah, them going back for Chalobah, I think it actually is the option that made sense. I said it a couple of weeks ago. Just bring him back on loan. The market isn't great, but it's just the optics look bad. You know, they forced him out all summer. They tried to get him out of the club. All they managed to do was get a long move. He's actually getting minutes there. He's coming back now to be second fiddle. And then the other one is Mark Guiu, which, if I'm not mistaken, I know he's right-footed, but he's a left centre back, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
and he's not really that good area.
So does a John Terry right-footed player?
Yeah, so it's more of a Colwell. So that's more Colwell's position, where we actually need a right centre back. I think we need a right centre back hybrid where you can play right back at the same time. Like for me, if I could just have an unlimited budget, a Jules Koundé, for example. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Something like that.
It was linked a couple of days ago, actually, because they're having trouble trying to register Olmo, aren't they? So it's
I doubt.
Yeah, but Koundé, bro. If you're trying to play him at centre back again, that's the height problem, man. You don't know what Martinez
played it right.
That's what I'm saying.
You might not have seen the trick, bro. We need fucking height, bro. We need height at the back. That's what we need, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. With Koundé, he's more of a right back. That's what I was just trying to say. Like, he's more of a right back.
Listen, I think
we need two more centre backs, regardless of if we bring Guehi in January. We still need another two. If I'm being honest,
I think Guehi's fine. We had this conversation a couple of years. Jimmy, remember this? A couple of years ago when Nathan Ake was rumoured to come back and his fan base nearly blew their heads off. He's not good enough and stuff like that. We got that. Chelsea have never bought a world-class centre-back in the history, even under Roman. We made world-class centre-backs. That was the difference. When they got here, they became world-class. The one that came close, in my opinion, wasn't world-class at the time, but was close to it was Carvalho. That's the only one really. Thiago.
I was about to say Carvalho. I was definitely about to say.
I think he was just on the cusp. But remember, that was early football. Social media wasn't even thought of back then, so it wasn't like what it is right now. If he was right now, he'd be called world class. I think Guehi comes in and he starts because
definitely you would be our best. I think you'd be our best centre back.
Also, even if Fofana comes back and he's desperately unlucky, because remember he started 12 out of 13 league games. The only league game he missed was because he got suspended, remember, away to Liverpool. Whereas he played 13. I remember it's not a knee injury, it's a hamstring injury. If it was a knee injury, I'd be going, get rid. Do you know what I mean? It's a hamstring, it's different. But at least then, if you get him fit and bring Guehi in, that means everyone below moves down more. Do you know what I mean? In terms of as a selection, you can then give Achimpong the minutes a young kid should be getting and not having to overuse him at the back. Guehi brings leadership qualities that I like as well. Do you know what I mean? And we're crying out for leadership in this team. And I think, you know what I like? Everyone's worried about Colwell left. Colwell, remember in the Spurs game when Colwell was moved to the right because they moved Badashili back to the left? Colwell can play on the right. He can play on the right. So the only problem is...
He can play better than Badashili. You can play better than Badashili, for sure.
What we say, get for final, we then have 3 very good centre-backs. Do you know what I mean? Whilst you don't have to rush the Argentinian kid as well. You don't have to rush him in and having to play him and Achimpong. That's it. If you want him, get him now. Palace aren't in the League Cup. They're not in Europe. If you want him, get him now. We've got a 20% sell-on clause, so we can get the price down even more. He's on 18 months. He's not going to sign a new contract. He said that. He's not going to sign a new contract. He was going to go to Newcastle, remember? They wanted 75 because we had the sell-on clause. But we're the buying club now, so we can bring that price down. But if you want him, get him. I don't want to be here on the 27th of January still being linked to Mark Guehi. Do you know what I mean? Get him now and get it done.
I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. But listen, we've still got 193 people in the house. We're just going to finish up now. Let me just see. I've got a super chat here. You got CAA Mafia says, Colwell most forward passes for CB. Caicedo most third passes for centre mid. Palmer most chances created, all for Nico AS to miss. He needs to fix up, man, because he's starting to.
By the way, Guehi's a great passer as well. Guehi's a great passer out of the back as well. He's a good passer out from the back. He's a very good passer out from the back. So.
He is, bro. Just to finish off, people, like I said at the start of the show, this is London. We're going to be live at the Hippodrome Casino on the 24th of January at 7:45. So if you want to get your tickets, just scan the barcode there, the QR code there. £20 entry. Like I said, the description is in this video as well, people. So yeah, make sure that you don't all pass through, man, because it's going to be a good night.
You'll see Deji's a real person as well. You'll be able to find out Deji's a real person as well.
You're going to meet Deji, you know what I mean, people? It's my birthday, man. So yeah, come turn up with us, man. But listen, Andrew, love for hopping on, man. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to bloody call it right now. Follow me on there. I'll tweet out what I'm watching or what I'm on. I'm usually on this channel, Kaji FC, Carefree Lewis, and Sarcasm City. About to go on to Sarcasm City playback to do what we'll do. Watch along with Flawless and that for this Arsenal game. So you can check us out on there if you want to do. But more importantly, like this video, share it, and subscribe.
Big up, man. Big up. And Jim, let them know they can find you, my bro.
Right here on Blue Diary every Tuesday. That's what y'all got. On my watch alongs. Jimmy Split TV on YouTube. Do watch alongs. Chelsea watch alongs. Don't come over there with your bullshit, because I don't play that. And it's not a fucking democracy, it's a dictatorship. What I say goes. I don't care about your opinion. You come here and get mine.
But listen, people, we need to make sure that we get back to winning ways at the weekends. You know, we can't forget about Morecambe. Going to be at the bridge for that one. So it should be a good game. And hopefully back to winning ways against Bournemouth. But listen, let's go see these Newcastle guys. Let's hope that they beat these Gooners, bro. I need more pain in a bit. Love.